Hello fellow YouTubers, Trouble8385 here in our pickups video. If you haven't seen the video, I'm sure most of you did. Atarix777 announced he's going to be closing his YouTube channel in a day or two, and he's one of the guys I consider my friend on YouTube. We message back and forth, over time. And I know I've been bothering him for a while that he hasn't been able to put up a lot of videos, or many videos at all. And so he decided to close his channel down, and family comes first. I learned that the hard way. In a little over a week, it'll be 6 years since the death of my 1-week-old son, and that taught me more about what was important in life than anything else. Life, you always say, "I'll put this off till later." Well, in life, later sometimes never comes. You gotta, you need to live life to the fullest. A year and a half, for a year and a half, I had an eBay store, and I was making a little bit of money. I was enjoying it, but you know what? It was taking time away from my family, so I closed it down completely. Little did I know, a month later, my dad would come live with me sick, and then later pass away. But I always thought Atarix had just touched the tip of the iceberg of what he could have become on YouTube, or the potential of his channel. I also thought he could have blew up to be really, really big on YouTube, one of the really big people on YouTube. But so he's going to be gone, and hopefully he'll come back down the road to YouTube. He was a great person for the community. He's still going to have his live stream of playing games on usually Sunday. On the other note, J-Boy Pac-Man, I feel his pain for what happened to him. Somebody impersonating his wife like that and making a channel and I saw a stupid video of him. And just having such a big beef with him, they go to that far. And lucky he put the video out, and the community stepped up, and all the channels are now gone. But that's a line you don't cross on YouTube, as far as I'm concerned, man. You send that person a message, you make a video, or videos if you don't like that person, tell people why. But to attack someone's family, that's just not right. That really is not right. Techromancer1 put it best in his community tag. This fun people making fun videos with a fun community. If it's no longer fun, what's the point of it? So anyway, enough about all that stuff. Let's get to my pickups this week. Now, no, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is not the Genesis I've already shown before. This is another Genesis version 1. It came with just this, no cords or anything. It works fine. I tested it out. I do got to clean it up because it's dirty. My mom's pawn shop a couple weeks ago, when I was helping them move their stuff, the new guy took over and just took everything in the back and took it out to the garbage. And I saw that by the curb, and I asked about it, and I got it. So luckily I saved it. He is what you call a new tech guy. He only loves new technology. He hates the old technology. So I'm glad I saved that. Now, 2 other systems I did get that my mom had given me before he threw out was Nintendo 64s. Now, I already own 2 in perfect working condition. This one I thought would work perfectly fine, but the actual cord that goes to the TV on this was bad, and it doesn't play games right now because there's food inside the actual slot where the game goes in. So once I clean that out, I think this will work. It's got power and everything to it. So, but the other one I got, which I didn't think would work, first of all, it's missing the cover to the jumper pack, and inside there's something loose inside. But I hooked this thing up and it works perfectly fine. But on the inside, all my other N64s are gray on the inside. For some reason, this one's neon green, if you can see that. I don't know why, but it's just neon green. So, anyway, so it's cool. If I can get the other one working, I'll end up with 4 Nintendo 64s. Just a couple months ago, I wanted 1, and now I have 4. Well, that's really cool. So, a game I used to test those systems out was a game I picked up this week, and it was Battle Tanks for the 3DO. Now, it could be my memory going bad, or I'm getting old, but I always thought this was just an action tank game. But when I put this thing in and played it, the story goes, it's 2001. I'm sure you've heard this before. A deadly plague hits the planet, or virus, and knocks off 99.9% of all the females on the planet. And so the governments decide to quarantine all the females, and that leads to civil war and then a nuclear holocaust. And the virus goes away, and in the end, there are 50 million men left on the planet and 50,000 females left on the planet. And so there's no longer governments. It's all broken down to gangs now. And so all these gangs use females as queen lords or gods or whatever you want to call them. And they're held there against their will. And your character's name is Griffin, who has a tank, conveniently. And his girlfriend was taken by the government. And now he doesn't know where she is, so he's going to go try to save her or find her. So the game starts off as an action tank game. You have to beat so many tanks per level to move on. And then when you capture your first Queen Lord from a gang, it turns into an action strategy game, where what you have to do is you have to protect your Queen Lord while going to capture the other gang's Queen Lord. And you gain more Queen Lords as you go along, where you're trying to find your girlfriend. And once you get a Queen Lord, you get other tanks there who follow you. So it's an interesting little game. I actually like it. Liked it more than I thought it would. I'll be playing more of this in the near future. Another game I got for my N64 is NHL Breakaway 99. Now, I picked up a game for my 360 this week. It was a game I knew I'd get someday. I just didn't know when, and I just decided to finally pull the trigger on it, and that would be Halo 3. Now, I believe about halfway through Halo 2, and I decided to get this just to finish the trilogy, because I could have got Halo ODST and got all 24 multiplayer maps for Halo 3. But, so I got this, and I played a little bit, a couple hours of it, and I do like the game. I understand why this game appeals to non-shooter fans and why people are fanatical about it. It's a great universe. And I read somewhere online that this is actually set in the Marathon universe, originally on the Mac computer. So anyway, I haven't played it on multiplayer yet, so I know when I get on that I'll probably be a Slaughterfest. I'll probably get slaughtered first, but I'll do that a little bit down the road just to see, just for the challenge. So anyway, I got a bunch of Super Nintendo games this week, and the first one I got is a game that I never heard of before, and that's why I picked up, and it is Street Hockey 95 by GTE. And I also picked up NHL 97 and ESPN National Hockey Night. Look at all those lovely stickers. Boy, they're going to be fun to get off. People just love the stickers. Those are a lot of stickers. Next up is Troy Aikman Football. Now, back in the 16-bit era, for you people who weren't around then, basic sport games were basic. Basic offense, basic defense. Today, you consider these more arcadey, I guess, than simulation. And there's a lot of fun to be having them. Back then, it was just throw the biggest star on the sport game, and there you go. And the last game I picked up from this, or well, it's not the last, second to last game, actually. This game I picked up for my Super Nintendo because it made me giggle, and that was Shaq Fu, Enforcer of Justice. Somebody at EA thought it'd be a good idea to take Shaquille O'Neal, throw him in a video game, make it a fighting game, and use kind of like Mortal Kombat, kind of like real-life graphics. So I just got that for a giggle. But the real game I got for a Super Nintendo game that I'm really excited about, that I got at my local game exchange, is Arkanoid, Do It Again. Now this game has 99 levels, and you can also edit and build your own courses. It drops down 9 types of power capsules when you break blocks. I did not realize this game uses a Super NES mouse. Anyway, I used to love the original Arkanoid in the arcade, and so I know when I put this in my Super Nintendo, I'm going to be playing this a lot. So I actually can't wait to put this in and try it out. So now, time for my periphery time. And let me first of all, this is for the PS1. This is a multiplayer adapter. I'm sure you've all seen these before, which of course has a memory card and a controller, 4 of them. But wait, here's one by Performance. That's the exact same thing, does the memory card and the controller. But if that ain't enough for you, hold on. This one's by Mad Cats, which is metal. This is actually a lot heavier than the other two, who are made out of plastic. And it's the same thing, it's basically a memory card and the controller. But wait! This was the one I was most interested in when I found it. It's a Performance Super 5 Play. Now, I don't remember any, it's for the Super Nintendo. I don't remember any Super Nintendo game having 5-player on it. But this is, and what it does is you switch it over here to play 2-player. And then you switch it over here to play 3 or 5-player. So I'll have to try that out down the road. I'll have to look and see if, I don't remember any 5-player game, but maybe there was, and I just don't remember. So I got all those. And the other last periphery-like thing I got this week is Doc's cleaning kit for the Game Boy, to add to my Game Boy cleaning kit collection, you would say. I got a couple games for my Genesis this week. One is PGA Tour Golf, which I originally played on the PC, and I've talked about before. So it'll be interesting what it's like on the Genesis. Next up, I got FIFA International Soccer. Now, the first time I ever played FIFA Soccer was when I had my 3DO. It was back in 1995. I was in the Navy. There were 2 guys in my squadron who were from Peru, and I watched their first soccer game with them on TV, and they explained the rules to me, and I thought it was really cool. So I bought the soccer game that had just come out for the 3DO, and it was really realistic at the time, and we played that game a lot. So I'll be interested to see what this one's actually like. And next up, which is quite fitting for the times and what's going on lately, Pat Riley's Basketball. Back in the old days when Sega would take the biggest or most popular sports figure, put his name on a game, and slap his likeness on it and put it out there. Like the other games, it's just basic offense, basic defense, a simple kind of game. So, I believe that is all my pickups for this week, guys. So until my next video.